meditation. Good morning using Bali time. I am deeply happy to meet you again and again because it is not only you learn from this long process of learning, I myself also learn. The weather now in Asram Mawalokiteswara in the high mountain in northern part of Bali, little bit cloudy. It is understandable because now we are in the raining season. But no worry, even though the sky is cloud full, but the mind is expected to be cloudless. And meditation is one of the important instruments that can help us growing from the cloud-full mind into the cloudless mind. As I keep sharing to all of you, mind is the important key, because if you have cloud-full mind, the life will be cloud-full as well. If you have cloudless mind, you will have cloudless life as well. Mind is very important key in this case. And in the long journey of meditation, especially if you are serious training yourself to become a compassionate witness, as a matter of time, you will grow from cloudful mind into cloudless mind. In the moment when the mind is fully cloudless, anger is no longer grip your emotion. Negative emotion no longer grip you. Negative emotion is still there, but no longer gripping as bad as in the past. Consequently, the quality of your health improve. The quality of your soul journey improve. A lot of things improve as soon as you have cloudless mind. By the time we are waiting for the thousands friends, which in the process of joining with us, thank you very much for 1,000 friends, especially yesterday evening. It's simply unimaginable. More than 5,000 friends joined our session yesterday evening, both in Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Thank you for sincerely joining our virtual and online class. Today, in near lunch time, we will do guided meditation at the beginning. After guided meditation, there will be refreshing sessions about growing from illness into wellness after guided meditation. By the time we're waiting for the thousands friends, which are in the process of joining together with us, let me refresh the previous sessions about loneliness. Loneliness happens not because of the absence of friends. Loneliness happens because of the absence of self-acceptance. To some of you who experience loneliness very often, let me refresh your memory. In the West, especially where the statistic is widely open, loneliness has already killed countless human beings there. It is dangerous. For that reason, please keep in the heart, loneliness is not the absence of friends, but the absence of self-acceptance. In line with this spirit, it is very important to train yourself to have self-acceptance. I will say to you that self-acceptance is like a beautiful inner sunrise. As soon as you have perfect self-acceptance inside, there is a beautiful sunrise rise within. The direct consequence of it is loneliness will appear naturally. You don't need to force loneliness to go away. It will naturally disappear, as natural as the darkness disappear because of the sunrise. Let me give some tips to you in order to improve the quality of your self-acceptance. First of all, there is no such things as problems free of life. There is no such things as problems free of life. Even the holy soul face their own problem. And problems are not here to disturb you. Problems are here to make you more mature from one time to another time. That is the first step to improve the quality of your self-acceptance. Everyone has their own problems. Problems are not here as your poison, but problems are your soul nutrition. The first step to improve the quality of your self-acceptance. The second one, among 7 billion human beings which now grow on earth, there is only one. There is only one person who can deeply understand you. There is only one person who can deeply, holistically understand you. That person is you. Do not expect your parent will understand you fully. Do not expect, because being parent have their own problem. Do not expect your life partner, wife, husband, or even children understand you fully, holistically. You will be dissatisfied. The only one who can totally, fully, holistically understand you is only you. For that reason, we enter the third step to improve the quality of improve self-acceptance. Whenever you come to the mirror, remember to whisper to the eyes in the mirror. Here is the beautiful mantra. I love you just the way you are. The more often you whisper this mantra to the eyes that you meet in the mirror, the better. I love you just the way you are. Remember the second step. There is only one person among 7 billion human beings on earth. There is only one who can understand you fully and holistically. That person is you yourself. Remember the mantra to the eyes in the mirror. I love you just the way you are. I still remember one of the beautiful books that I have ever read in the past. The title is When I Love Myself. In the concluding chapter, there is a beautiful conclusion like this. When I love myself enough, life blossoms in a beautiful way. Let me repeat once again, since this is very important. When I love myself enough, life blossoms in a beautiful way. Now we are 39 minutes past 11. We are going to meditate, because after a guided meditation there will be refreshing sessions about growing from illness into wellness. Now we will do some guided meditation. My holy Guru, wherever you are, living Guru, the Guru of Holy Scripture, symbolical Guru, secret Guru. Now I am going to guide meditation. Thousands of people online here. You are the source of my light. Kindly allow me to be your own humble servant. First of all, beautiful friend, cross your leg. The second, Make your back and head straight but relaxed. The wings, make it as natural as possible. Not too open, not too close. Not too open, not too close. The positions of your hand is totally up to you. If your religion suggests you to position your hand in a certain position, feel free. Some of the Hindus prefer this one, okay. The Buddhists like this position, it's okay. Open your eyes a little bit, just in case your body is perfectly fresh. Just in case your body is perfectly fresh, you can close your eyes. Because if your body a little bit tired, you close your eyes, then there is the possibility you can go to sleep. The rest, you simply follow my guidance. Now we are going to meditate together with 1,000 people online. Not only in Bali, in Indonesia, but also some of the friends are outside the country. As I keep sharing to all of you from one guided meditation to another guided meditation, the innermost core of meditation is to take a perfect rest. To put it more precisely, to take a perfect rest from any kind of inner conflict and inner critic. To take a perfect rest from any kind of duality in the mind, like sad, glad, sorrow, joy, pain, pleasure, right, wrong, true, false. Take a perfect rest. Especially because anything that happens in this universe is the dancings of the same perfection. It is the dancings of the same God if you believe in God. It is the smile of the same Buddha if you are the students on the path of Buddhism. If you have only one word to remember in meditation, that one word is rest. To put the idea of rest more practical, rest your mind at the gap between two breaths. Between in-breath and out-breath, there is a gap. Between out-breath and in-breath, there is a gap. Less than 1 second. No need to prolong the breath, no need to shorten the breath, no need to hold the breath. Simply rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Like the space which gives birth to countless possibilities, if you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths, There are countless possibilities of healing and peace can happen to you. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Remember, beautiful soul, dry season does not reduce the amount of water in the universe. Raining season does not increase the amount of water in the universe. In the same way, wrong, right, false, true, sad, glad, they do not decrease, they do not increase anything. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Some of you who learn quantum physics know your universe manifesting into human body, meaning you are both darkness and the light. You are both night and day. You are both sadness and happiness. You are both sorrow and joy. Rest, beautiful souls, rest. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. As you cannot separate night and day, you cannot separate samsara and nirvana. For that reason, keep growing until you are able to see directly. Samsara and nirvana are no longer two. Samsara and nirvana are two sides of the same coin. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. The weather outside can be cloudful, but you can make the mind inside cloudless by resting the mind at the gap between two breaths. One of the important reasons why people suffer because they are smaller than their own mind. By resting the mind at the gap between two breaths, you can be greater than your mind. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Never forget, beautiful soul, the 3 stairs into the inner heaven. Accept, flow, smile. That is the 3 stairs into the inner heaven. Accept, flow, smile. Rest the mind at the gap between 2 breaths. Suffering mind is like ship in the ocean which is full of waves. When you rest the mind at the gap between 2 breaths, you bring the suffering mind into the beach of peace, because resting the mind at the gap between 2 breaths is the anchor connecting the ship of mind with the beach of peace. Rest. As dolphins beautify the ocean by being dolphins, butterfly beautify the garden by being butterfly. You are beautifying Mother Earth by being yourself as you are. Rest the mind at the gap between 2 breaths. Mind can jump into 1,000 directions without any guilty feeling. Bring the mind softly back to the gap between 2 breaths. Like space weeks, giving space to the countless possibilities. If you continuously rest the mind at the gap between 2 breaths, there are countless possibilities of healing and peace can happen to you. Rest. Whatever the blessing at this moment, from numbness until peace of mind, from the singing birds until the rainfall, use it as holy bell to return the mind back to the gap between 2 breaths. Keep in the heart, beautiful soul, keep in the heart. Meditation is not being happy all the time. Meditation is being mindful all the time. The mind can go into 1,000 directions. Be mindful. The emotion can go up and down. Be mindful. That is meditation. No need to chase happiness. No need to pursue happiness. No need to hate sadness. Simply being mindful in this present moment by resting the mind at the gap between two breaths. No matter how deep you meditate, there is always wave inside. But you are no longer the waves. You are now the surfer. And the board of the surfers is smile. In the moment when you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths, remember to smile. Smile is a sign that you are no longer a victim. You are now a master to your own life. The weather outside can be cloudful, but you can make the mind inside cloudless by resting the mind at the gap between two breaths. Remember, you are no longer sad, glad. You are no longer pain, pleasure. You are now the witness. By keep resting the mind at the gap between two breaths, in the cycle of time where there is very limited source of light outside, this is the time to learn accessing the light inside, the light of mindfulness. How to have a direct access to the inner light of mindfulness. Remember, rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. That is the way to access the inner light of mindfulness. In the cycle of the time where there are limited number of light outside. In the moment when Lord Buddha was ready to pass away, Lord Buddha whispered to his closest disciple Ananda, "Be a light to yourself, to be the source of light to yourself. How to be the light of yourself? Remember, rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Like the light of electricity, we synthesizing the energy of negative and positive. In the moment when you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths, you are synthesizing the energy of negative and positive inside. That is the mother of inner light, the light of mindfulness. Some of you who meditate to access the inner energy of healing, there are countless energy of healing available when you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Some of you who meditate because wanting to attain peace, there are countless energy of peace available inside when you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Remember, beautiful soul, meditation is not being happy all the time. Meditation is being mindful all the time. You may have numbness, be mindful to the numbness. You may feel sleepy in your head, be mindful. After spending long enough time resting the mind at the gap between two breaths, now learn to forgive, especially because without forgiving, soul will never grow and glow. Without forgiving, soul will never grow and glow. First of all, visualize a crying baby on your left hand. It is the symbol of your soul wound, your bad memories that come from the past, especially from the childhood. Now recall your bad memory and soul wound from the past. It can be being harmed by the parent in childhood, being left behind in the teenager's time by your boy or girl friends, being bullied by your friend in the school time, any kind of bad memories and soul wound that come from the past. Symbolize all of them in the form of crying baby on your left hand. And the meditative approach of forgiving yourself is giving space without any resistance. Giving space without any resistance to those bad memories and soul wounds from the past. That is the meditative approach of forgiving yourself. Giving space without any resistance. After forgiving yourself, now learn to forgive the others. Forgiving someone who harmed you in the past. It can be your unmature parent, unmature teacher in the school, unmature friends, whoever who harmed you in the past. Visualize their soul wound in the form of crying baby on your right hand. In order to make rose of forgiving beautifully blossom within, now deeply contemplate. It is not violence. It is not violence which make the others harm you. It is not violence. But it is soul wound. Not only you who are wounded, the person who wounded you also wounded even worse. We are wounded by the parent. The parent were wounded by grandparent. Grandparents were wounded by their parent. That is the long chain of suffering in this samsaric realm. And by sincerely forgive, you cut the long chain of suffering. You can cut the long chain of suffering by sincerely forgive. Now visualize the crying baby on your left hand, which is your soul wound, giving rose of forgiving to the crying baby on your right hand, the soul wound of the person who harmed you in the past. At the same time, remember the beautiful message of the late Nelson Mandela. Without forgiving, you will bring portable heaven wherever you go. Forgiving certainly does not change the past, but forgiving certainly changes the present. Forgiving changes the present into a much more peaceful way. Forgive, beautiful soul. No matter how hard the feeling inside, learn to forgive. Because no other way to make your soul grow and glow. No other way. The only way is sincerely forgive. To make your soul journey perfect, now we call the white light of Father from the sky, the red light of Mother from earth. First of all, the white light of Father entering your crown chakra and rest in the fourth chakra of the heart. Secondly, the red light of Mother from earth entering your first chakra, also resting in the fourth chakra of the heart. Both white light of Father from the sky, red light of Mother from earth, give birth to the light of love in the heart. Now visualize the pink light of love in the heart. The pink light of love. To make the pink of light of love appear to be real, now make a long list of gratitude inside. Make a long list of gratitude inside. Because gratitude is one manifestation of love, even the most important manifestations of love. Now make a long list of gratitude inside. From having healthy body into happy family. From having enough money until having beautiful house and car. Whatever the things that make you feel deeply gratitude, make a long list of gratitude inside. To make the pink light of love appear to be real in the heart. Now share the light of love to every single cell of your body, especially the part of your body which is painful. Share the light of love to every single cell of your body, especially the part of your body which is painful. That is how to become the best healer to yourself. If you have pain in your leg, share the light of love to your leg. If you have pain in your head, share the light of love into your head. The following step, share the light of the love to the close person like your wife, your husband, children, good friends, by memorizing their kindness. Memorize their kindness. That is the way to send the light of love to the close ones. After sending the light of love to the close ones, now send the light of love to the people who harm you in the past. By deeply understanding those bad memories of the past are not poisons. They are soul nutrition. Those bad memories of the past are the nutritions of the soul which make soul grow into much more mature way. To make your love unlimited and unconditional, now share the light of love to the lower, middle and upper realm. From hell, Satan, Gumatat Gumitit, animal, virus, include coronavirus, plant, Mamadi, human beings, demigods, gods, Dharma protector, mother cure, father tengan, dragon, Garuda, lion, tiger, the realm of Arahat and realm of Bodhisattva. Share your light of love to the lower, middle and upper realm, Burbuah Swah. By the time you open your eyes, remember to whisper deep into your soul the beautiful mantra of Aham Prema 3 times, meaning I am love who is here to share love. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. I am love who is here to share love. Thank you, beautiful heart. Thank you. Thank you very much for sincerely follow our guided meditation. The spiritual blessing while we meditate together is infinite. The spiritual blessing simply beyond what I imagined before. The quality of peace and calmness is nearly perfect. Not saying perfect, nearly perfect. It is our own blessing. Now, we are going to summarize the previous sessions about growing from illness into wellness. Just in the case my presentation disappear, please forgive us because there is a little bit technical problem here in Ashram Avalokiteshvara. Just in the case suddenly disappear because some of technical problems. I do not want to elaborate the technical problem. Simply technical problem. Excuse me. Now we are going to refresh our memory about growing from illness into wellness. As I keep sharing to all of you, the word illness starts with I. The word wellness starts with we. It simply means if you want to grow from illness into wellness, remember to grow from the life of I. I mean ego. Learn to grow from I, ego, into we. When it comes to happiness, learn to be happy not only for yourself, but also learn to make the others happy. In a much more level of happiness, being happy meaning helping the others to be happy. That is a more mature level of happiness. That also one of the beautiful paths of growing from illness into wellness. Another approach of growing from illness into wellness, remember the beautiful model of healing and peace that we develop here in spiritual family of compassion. We have developed this model for more than 10 years. There are thousands of people who has been healed using this model of healing and peace. Remember, no matter you believe in God or not, no matter you have religion or not, life keeps flowing. Night and day, from one week to another week, from sadness into gladness, from bad into good, from wrong into right, keep flowing. No matter what happens, no one can stop the flow of life. Life keeps flowing. But remember, at the edge of the circle, life is chaotic. So that's why the symbol is the crying eyes. If you keep judging, blaming, criticizing government, criticizing WHO, blaming your parent and enemy, meaning you grow at the edge of the circle, which is dangerous. This is the territory of illness. That's why the symbol of the symbol is crying eyes. Please, if you want to grow from illness into wellness, grow from the edge of the circle into the center of the circle. This is the territory of wellness. Here, the people grow wellness. Three words. Remember two words. Silence. If you only rest the inner to wellness, there's a beautiful soul, while the suffering soul at the end keep rejecting, protesting, criticizing. Peaceful soul is resting at the center of the circle. There is no criticizing, blaming, and one word. Rest. Why I keep rest the mind, carrying everything